Internet. Welcome to Indie Theory, the new run and have fun run along show where we, the theorists, come up with some great theorist intelligence and have some wonderful new things to discover in the world of the Indies. Without further ado, let's get into this world of dark horror, shall we? So, first off for this episode, we have a game known as 3D Monster Maze. We're going over the remake because it has more to it, and I can actually see a bunch of lighting in here. So 3D Monster Maze, originally made in 1982 for the ZX81, and the ZX81 was created by designer Rick Dickinson, who had won the Design Council Award for this massive success. So, without further ado, let's get into this whole thing. Now, look at this news article. This gets into my first theory. And yes, we are 18 seconds into the video. I may or may not have skipped because the intro was way too long. Anyways, so this leads to my first theory. This game is a semi-3D based horror game revolving around a quote-unquote horrifying monster, as you can see with this text right here, that was found by a quote-unquote lone explorer, as seen over here. Discord notifications in the background. I'm probably gonna have to fix that. Anyways, this horrifying monster, said in the news article, had been found in a lair by the lone explorer that once thought to have long since been abandoned, and once scientists found out, they had been puzzled. Or were they? Now this is where things get interesting. This is where my first theory comes in. The journalist, aka you, had been called upon, well, not really called upon, I just put called upon in this because it made more sense. Anyways, you had been called upon to venture forth into the lair and get some photos of this monster for money. But, however, there has been something in the news article that should be something to pay attention to. As you can see right here, attempts to capture it have been futile as the monster flees at the sight of large groups. Now, this is how I think the scientists could have possibly gotten confused. Or puzzled. There was a lone explorer. This lone explorer, we don't know who his or her name is. We'll just call him Bear because we don't know the identity, nor do we know the name, nor do we know the gender. We don't know their identity, so they just called him a lone explorer. That lone explorer could have possibly died to whatever this creature is. But instead, or they could have ran back to the science lab, potentially not giving them any word or info about what happened, thus leaving the scientists puzzled about this upcoming phenomena. Now, we already went over the next screen, so we're gonna skip over that, but if we go back, I know we're going back a lot, I understand and I apologize. Look at what it says at the end. We do not hold response. Then it cuts out. My theory is that these guys knew, the scientists, these guys knew that these guys could have possibly known that whatever this creature is was in there. Because scientists, I've heard from a friend, I actually recently stumbled upon, and I told them about this theory of mine, they added on to a theory. I'm gonna give them credit, but I won't say their name. Um, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Anyways, um, they gave me some info that this could have been a possible failed experiment. That also could be a plausible thing, but that's not gonna answer the whole. I mean, that will answer the whole theory as to what this creature is, but this doesn't add on to the full theory that I have. It adds on in some shape and form. I'll admit it does add on, but as a theorist, I am able to listen. I am willing to hear out other theories and try to implicate them into my own theories, so that way everyone gets credit and everyone ends up having fun with it. But notice something about this creature. Why does it look so similar to the dinosaur game Tyrannosaurus Rex? I have a theory. I have yet another theory, ladies and gentlemen. Second or third theory of this video. And I'm teaching you all. I know I'm stuttering and getting behind my words a lot, but hear me out. This could most likely be the Tyrannosaurus Rex that was running from a whatever area in the no Wi-Fi dinosaur game. Now, some might say, "Oh, SV, you're insane. There's no way that could possibly come from that." There's similarities and differences, aka, what was it called again? Yes, the philosophical prophecy of 3D horror. My way of saying that similarities can come from different differences. Anyways, moving forward, the dinosaur could have found the lair and hid from everyone when it was abandoned. Thus, why the lone explorer could have potentially heard that noise when he was exploring. Now let's get back to the main topic, and most importantly, the time this game is set in. Now, I have no idea what I'm going to be going into, but I'm not going to be playing the video because of copyright purposes. I'm only going to show like paused images like this and this. So when you are playing as the journalist, you have a camera that has a flash device on it so that you can get a better lighting of the creature when you are taking the photo. Notice how in the how-to page after the news article, it says that Rex is sensitive to light. I mean, in the top right-hand corner, right around here, it says that the camera is reloading. So I guess whatever this player did, whatever this journalist did, he took a photo of this creature with the black and white eyes. Well, the white and glowing eyes and the white glowing mouth. He took a photo of it and it's retreating back. But this is not the only thing that backs up a theory of time travel. Yes. Well, let me rewind into the whole time travel thing. You see, I have a theory where we might be in the future and we might have advanced devices to capture things that could have possibly happened, or we could be in the past because of, dinosaurs being afraid of large groups. Of humans, because we could have possibly gone back in time, brought defense equipment with us, YouTube, and could have potentially scared them away, which is also kind of true on some note, but at the same time, I'm not going to say it's fully accurate. But the theorist's mind goes anywhere. So if you hear me stutter and say things that are completely out of the blue, that's just a theorist's mind of mine. I'm new to this whole thing, so well, not technically new, but this whole sharing my theories with the public thing, I actually am new with. So bear with me for like a couple more minutes, will you? Um, so with my time travel theory, at the bottom of the screen, this has an indicator that says Rex lies in wait, or it could be another thing saying, "Oh, run! He is beside you." That. It also indicates here footsteps approaching. He is behind you, and Rex is retreating. Now you can see clearly that the camera reloading. There were no cameras during the Jurassic era, so this could potentially be a possible factor where, as my friend's theory states earlier, this could have been an abandoned room. This could have been like an abandoned laboratory of some sorts. But now we go back into the. Now we're going on to what you might be thinking. Now, actually, I know I'm skipping a couple things here. This was not originally written in the script. I'm just going based off of my own thoughts right now. But we are now going to get to the mega theory, the biggest one out there, the main one for the thumbnail. This creature might be a demonic entity. Now I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. How could this creature be a demon? Well, if we look back at all the other times I mentioned the fact that Rex does not like light, what else absolutely hates it but gets attracted to it? Demons. At least that's what I think my friend said earlier. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just adding multiple theories from one theory to another and adding it together. That's what a mega theory of. That's how my mega theories work. I take a theory from someone else. I give them credit anonymously, and I take my theory, put it together, and come up with the mega theory. I do bring up some good points throughout this entire theory. Now I know I'm new to this whole thing, so bear with me. I already said that earlier. I don't know why I'm repeating it. The theory of insanity. I should probably do that next time. So pretty much, Rex could possibly be a demon of another world, posing and possessing the body of a T-Rex hiding in a dark facility. However, this also does lead into the whole science experiment gone wrong by the scientists, because because science and labs, they probably could have tried to bring back some form of a dinosaur, but this whole thing went wrong and instead brought home a demonic entity. Now, and now it says in the bottom of the screen right here, Rex is retreated, the indicator. So, this concludes my theory. This concludes it. That, my friends, is the self-evaluation tool of reignition. That is all, my friends. Tune in next week where we will cover the story of how a game of tag could become so horrifying. But for now, my fellow theorists, that's just a theory. An indie theory! Thanks for tuning in.